I gotta say, it feels really weird that now at the beginnings of these videos, I gear up with netherite armor and a netherite sword instead of diamonds. RIP diamonds. We had a good run, but now your watch has ended. Back into the nether for a new Minecraft snapshot for 1.16, where the biggest addition are the Piglins. You might have seen these guys previewed at Minecon Earth back in September, I think it was. Or perhaps on my subreddit, where we got a lot of Jardon predicted Piglins, because they kind of resemble some of the Pigmen characters in Find the Pieces and Dragonhearted, so that's kind of cool. I'm not gonna lie. They do resemble them a little bit, but I'm sure that Mojang came up with them on their own. It's just that there's a lot of Jardon predicted stuff going around. So there's a lot of behavioral mechanics to go over here. I'm gonna try to keep it all straight and not forget anything. But here we go. Why don't we start off with what'll happen if you just happen to come across these guys randomly when you're walking on through the nether in survival, because it's a bit of a doozy. So here we have, this was a naturally spawning group of the Piglins. And you'll notice they're all immediately hostile. They come equipped with swords, they come equipped with crossbows, various armor equipment, and you're like, okay, the nether already, it really sucks now. It's not a fun place to be. You just have to constantly be running away from these dudes trying to attack you. Well, not exactly. So you notice how they're wearing gold and stuff? They kind of like gold. So I'm gonna snag some boots off of this conveniently placed armor stand here and, okay, deep breath, deep breath. Now the only things attacking me are the baby Hoglins over here, which they don't do a great deal of damage. They can kind of just go at it like a baby slime. It's totally chill. So, okay. Turns out that the Piglins, they'll respect you or tolerate you, as it says on the changelog. If I'm gonna need you guys to stop. Be gone! Thank you. They'll tolerate you if you're wearing any sort of gold armor. And they're doing a little hunt right now, so the Piglins will hunt the Hoglins every now and again, but more on that later. So, as long as you have any item that is gold, it doesn't have to be a full set, even just the boots, which is probably the good way to go because these will reduce your protection the least out of substituting for any other type of armor. So, they'll be chill with you. It's not a problem anymore. Except that what overrides that gold protection is if you do something like open a chest. They get very upset with you because they think you're stealing. Even if I was the one that placed down that chest, they're very upset. I'm like, bro, I placed it. All right, can we chill? Ow, okay, this is ridiculous. Now, I don't know if there's a cooldown on this because now I'm wearing gold and they're still attacking me. So the only thing I've done so far is to set myself to creative. I assume maybe there's a cooldown on it, just like with zombie pigmen. But, just be careful about that. The other way that you can get them angry at you, now we're passive again, we're chilling because I've reset it, is if you break a gold block. Okay, they're mad at me again. Now, that seems fairly arbitrary, but I have a feeling that once the bastions, which I believe is what their cities are going to be called, are implemented, that they must have gold blocks that are generated alongside those, and therefore it makes sense that they get mad if you break a gold block because it's their valuables in their civilization. Barrels also still make them angry. So you think you're safe. Oh, we can just use barrels instead of... Nope. No. The only way you're safe is using like a dispenser or a hopper. So if we switch on back into survival, okay, we're chilling again. And I can go into the dispenser. Nobody's mad at me. All's well. Okay, so the Piglins also hunt the Hoglins. They've got a bit of a food chain. They also shoot at each other when they're doing it. It's just like, guys, be better. Like, it's you shooting each other more than you're actually succeeding at shooting the Hoglins. And I'm gonna need you to be gone. Thank you. It's quiet time. So, anyway, now the Hoglins will drop pork chop, and they'll also drop leather. That's their drops, and you don't have to feel badly about punching them anymore because they are aggressive by default, and they don't have the little ear flail that takes place when you punch them. So, we'll get back to a little bit more of the behavior on the Piglins, but now that I'm just on the topic of the Hoglins, as you can see, they have an aversion to the warped fungi because both the Piglins and the Hoglins seem to spawn by default in the Crimson Forest biomes. There's a bit of a red versus blue war brewing. They really don't like blue. So you put down a warped fungi and all of a sudden they're like, whoa, I don't want to be around that. It's like creepers and ocelots. So if we come over here, I'm still in survival. They're having a little hunt here, but this Hoglin would... You guys are so bad. You're so dumb. It's unbelievable how dumb you are. You keep shooting each other instead of the hogs. Anyway, when you have a warped fungi down on the ground, they will run away from it, as I can demonstrate up here. They're not into this. They're not into it. Is he going to realize? Might have to be on the same Y value. Let's use it over here. Hey, bud, you're not into that, right? Yeah, so they're kind of going to run away. And also, he's being hunted right now. So isolating variables is not my strong suit right now. But take my word for it. As you saw, the baby Hoglins ran away. Now, the baby Piglins, also, they're not really aggressive towards you. You really only have to worry about the adults in either one of the two species. So if we come over here, we've got a fence that's on fire. Good placement next to the lava. But as you can see, even if I go into survival and take off my golden boots, he doesn't really do much. Now, there was a note in the change log that said something like, the baby Piglins are mischievous. Be careful of them. And so I was thinking, do they steal your stuff? And so I stood next to one for a long time, kept monitoring my inventory, and I wasn't able to notice anything missing. So maybe that was just them describing the baby Piglins. But if they can steal, it wasn't something that I was able to replicate. So anyway, once again, with the baby, I'll attack, not do any damage, and then you put down one of the warp fungi. It can't be on this, but can drive them in a different direction. Yeah, be scared. That blue, very, very intimidating. Well, now let's move on to the cool stuff with the Piglins. So they have a bit of a trading system to go along with them, which, let me go back into survival. They really, really like gold. So if you actually go up to one of them and you click on them with a gold ingot, they'll pop out some item in return, and they have a wide variety. I don't believe that nether scraps or ancient debris happen to be among those, but you can just keep clicking, and they're like, oh my god, gold, it's amazing. Wow, that's super cool. Let's just click on this guy. Wow, a mushroom. And they have a little bit, they'll inspect the gold, and they'll kind of be chilling, looking at it for a little bit before they're very obsessed with gold. They'll just keep giving, oh, ender pearls, that's actually pretty nifty. Mostly nether-themed things. It would be cool if there's like a 1 in 1,000 chance that they give you like nether scraps or something. I'd be down with that. But also, okay, say I take off the golden boots. Anybody remember monkey bombs in Call of Duty? Well, shiny object, go get it. Just leave me alone. Okay, you have to basically leave a trail of shiny objects, and they'll go pay attention to the shiny object instead of you. So even if you don't have the gold armor, if you're just willing to scatter gold ingots about the ground, you can get yourself out of a bit of a pinch of a situation right there. So it seems easier to just make gold armor. I'm gonna be honest with you there, but it's something to keep in mind. Probably better to just do the random trading. Now they don't have a GUI. I don't know if that will be implemented, so it's random, but who knows? Maybe you can luck out on something cool with it. Additional behaviors, because there are a lot of them. You're like, oh my god, this is an overwhelming amount of information. I'm doing my best to keep it straight as well. Okay, so there are some things on top of just, you know, me wearing the gold that will actually scare the Piglins. So they don't seem to have an aversion to the warped stuff. However, they don't like zombie pigmen for some reason. So if I spawn a zombie pigman, they kind of start running in other directions. It's very strange. See, they're like, whoa, 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 not about that. Not about, see, they're like, whoa, 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 get me out of here. Not entirely sure what the history of that is, what the lore is, but they don't like to be around zombie pigmen. There is also supposed to be a zombified variant of the Piglins themselves, and we'll get into how that can be developed in a moment because it requires us going back into the overworld. That doesn't seem to be implemented, and there's a little bug with it, I think, as you'll see. But there is a zombified Piglin variant, and they're also scared of that. They're just scared of zombified things in the nether in general. On the other hand, they don't like wither skeletons. So if we drop a wither skeleton down here, they're going to converge on that and try to take it out. It's apparently their natural enemy. So they've got a lot. Wow, the wither skeleton is just way more powerful than the Piglins, though. This doesn't seem like a very fair matchup. It's a good thing that the wither skeleton's paying attention to me instead of you guys. Otherwise, you'd be in trouble. You guys have lost a lot of health from all of your friendly fire hunts. There you go. So we got that. They don't like soulfire for some reason. They're really not into it. You put a soulfire torch down, they're like, whoa, not about that. Please get me out of here. Another strange behavior. Again, don't know the lore as to why that's a thing, but it is a thing. Another quick note about the Hoglins. I know there's a lot of back and forth going on, but the behavior of both the Piglins and the Hoglins are kind of intertwined, so It is what it is. You can actually breed the Hoglins if you... Dang, dude just got yeeted. So you can breed them with the crimson fungi. So if I... You don't want to do it. Which one of you guys is in a breeding kind of mood? I mean, it's like right around Valentine's Day. There we go. So it's a risky form of breeding because they're all aggressive if I weren't in creative mode right now. And if you put down the warp fungi, they're going to run away, which isn't really good for breeding. But, you know, you can get some hearts if you feed them the crimson fungi, and they'll make some babies. There we go. Which I guess is a good way to farm for pork or leather as an alternative to cows and pigs. Bit of a hybrid there. So you can do that if you want. Just worth pointing out, I suppose. Now, there's one more thing when it comes to the piglins that I want to point out, but it requires us going back into the overworld. And there might be a little small bug associated with this right now. I'm going to block off the portal because they seem to want to make a beeline to it when I put them down. But I'm going to put a piglin down here. You'll notice it's kind of shaking a little bit if it decides to stand still. It's like when you're curing a zombie villager and it gets the shake effect applied to it. It's because the piglins really don't like the overworld. They'll try to get back, but I blocked off the portal, and after too much exposure, they'll turn into, right now, a zombie pigman. I think this is a bug because I've seen a GIF on the Minecraft Twitter of a zombified piglin, like the actual piglin model. So I think that's what it's supposed to turn into, but for now it just goes into this. Probably fixed in a future snapshot. But yeah, they don't like the overworld. So you can't go and bring a bunch of them into your base and be able to right click with gold in order to farm some stuff. You have to actually set it up in the nether if that's something you want to do. A couple extra changes not having to do with the piglins or the hoglins. You know now that we have the soul soil with the addition of the soul valleys, it's different from the soul sand. And now this is actually also something you can use in order to summon a wither. So this is the soul soil, not just a new texture on the soul sand. We can spawn one of these, and you'll notice that we got a wither. We're going to wait for it to go kaboom, because I need to get the, nether star out of it for reasons. Because you broke the button that was on my command block. Not cool. You'll pay... He's blocking me from being able to press the button. This is unbelievable. This is unbelievable. You know what that's going to... That was a good try. That was a good play. I'm not going to lie. Wow. That was incredible defensive maneuvers right there. I've never seen a wither guard against a command block before like that. But anyway, if you didn't see the video I posted yesterday, this might be news to you. Not the biggest of news. It makes total sense that it would be this way. But if we make a beacon here now, using our wither that we spawned in a new way with a new block, we can pop that on top of some netherite blocks, and it'll work this time around in the new snapshot. I would encourage you, feel free to check out the video that I posted yesterday talking about the ultimate flex. If you go max beacon with one of the, or with the netherite blocks, maybe you'll enjoy watching the math, because it's lots of resources that go into that. But that's it for the new snapshot this week. I'm looking forward to more, dude. This is exciting stuff. What a great update this is going to be. So thanks for watching. Make sure to like if you liked. Check out the playlist if you want to catch more update stuff. See how all this nether stuff started with the snapshots last week. And subscribe to stay tuned for future stuff. And that'll be it for now. I'll see you next time.